Shall we get clarity on what's going off? Psychic, spying, tarot, right? New playlist on YouTube. Right, so I want you to get a person or a situation in your mind that you're looking for clarity on. We're going to do 2 spreads, what's going off and then what's going to happen, right? So let's have a look. So spread 1 is going to be what's going off. What is it that you're wanting clarity on, right? If you want one of these personalised, if you go for the present and future readings, they're just 18 quid now, same day guaranteed recorded, and we can get some clarity for you, okay? Right, so what's actually going off? Let's find out. Oh no. Enough. Right, okay, so 2 of Swords. Swords are where we think words we use. Okay, lady there, blindfolded, cross swords, decisions. Left path, right path, stick or twist. Problem is, she's got blindfold on. She's not seeing the situation as it really is. She's not seeing the bigger picture. Okay. We then got, I'm just being a bit careful in regard to how I say this because, like I say, it's either a person or it's a situation. So if it's a situation, this is you with the blindfold on. If you've got a person in your mind, it's them. Right, let's continue. Judgment in the reverse. Okay, so judgment card talks about either internal or external judgment. It's in the reverse position, so it's negative judgment, either external or internal. These are collective. 5 of Wands in the reverse, Wands fire action. Upright position, this is the fight or fallout card. We've got people having at it with the Wands there. It can talk about frustration, okay, and it's about releasing that, or it can be about giving up on a fight, all right? Let's continue. Right, 7 of Swords in the reverse. Swords there where we think words we use. Now, tarot book version of this card talks about sneaky, deceptive behaviour. You've got the chap there who's stealing the swords, is running away. Now, in the upright position, it can be the sneaky, deceptive behaviour going off in the background. So in the reverse, that kind of gets revealed. What I'm more likely to say here is I'm more likely to go kind of left field, my left field version of this card, which is imposter syndrome. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. I can't do it. Reverse position. Maybe I can. Maybe I should. Maybe I will. 3 of Swords. Call this the heartbreak card for obvious reasons. Now, although it's the heartbreak card, it's swords, so it's often the way we think about things. Now, it's often stuff from the past that lingers. Right. So you think to a time when you've been dumped. We've all been there. It's not very nice, is it? And you walk around with that knotted feeling in your stomach. Now that's your emotions being triggered, right? After a period of time, that dissipates and it eases. You're then left with the mental stuff. And that's the kind of 3 of Swords energy. Right, overall outcome card. 4 of Cups in the reverse. Cups, water, emotions. So we've got the figure there under the tree staring at the 3 cups. Stuck, bored, jaded, fed up, cloud, handcuffed. No opportunities. But I'll see with these. I need to get standard right away because they're struggling in this new lighting. Yeah, new opportunities. Upright position, stuck there, can't see the wood for the trees. Reverse position, still stuck in that stagnant energy, but, you know, looking for potential new offers or opportunities. Obstacles or blockages. The World in the reverse. So the World's the last of major arcanas. It means big cycle complete. So whereas 10s are ongoing cycles, and they can be big things, the World's the end of a big one. Long-term relationship, long-term career, long-term family dynamic, long-term belief system. Now, in the upright position, we understand it's gone full term. It's not going to get any better. It's time to close down the cycle, get in the Fool and start something new. It's in the reverse position, holding on to an old cycle, removing any blockages. King of Swords in the reverse. Swords are where we think words we use. King's masculine energy. In tarot, we talk about energy, not gender. It can be a man, woman, somebody non-binary. King of Swords in the upright position is a good ruler. It's a good leader, wise, knowledgeable, firm but fair. No, that's King of Wands. Good ruler, good leader. Mentally stable. Not afraid to say his piece. It's how I describe my reading style. Blunt, direct, to the point here to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. When it's in the reverse position, it can be talk about being paranoid, angry, narcissistic tendencies. Right, let's try and kind of unpick this for a moment. Right, okay. What it feels like is that there's something in this situation. Let's keep it generic. There's something in this situation that's not being seen by you. Okay, not by this personal situation, but by you. Right? It involves judgment. Okay, it involves either you're being judged heavily or someone or something else is being judged heavily, which has led them. See, I feel like this involves a person. I'm not gonna lie to you. So you're not seeing the situation as it really is. There's something not being revealed to you. I feel like your kind of intuition might be right, but you're not seeing it clearly. This person is receiving judgment, probably from other people, and it means that they've kind of given up the fight. Okay, the sneaky deceptive. I'm going to say sneaky deceptive behavior here, I'm afraid. You see, I think it's kind of a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both because it feels like the judgment this person is receiving has led them to do something which is kind of sneaky and deceptive, and that's kind of come out in the wash. As part of that, though, I feel like they are going, maybe I can, maybe I should, maybe I will, and that could be in regards to telling the truth or coming forwards or changing their mind, etc., etc. And then the Three of Swords, I don't feel it's like heartbreak because I don't feel this is a love reading. I don't feel. I feel it. I feel it's on both sides. So I feel like Three of Swords, you feel let down, and I feel like Three of Swords, they feel like that they've cocked up, right? Four of Cups, so they're still in a stagnant energy, but they're kind of looking for other options or areas out there. The King of Swords in the reverse, I feel like that's somebody who's causing that judgment energy, and it's manipulation, right? The obstacle or blockage here is the world in the reverse. So I feel like whatever this situation is with this person, it's not going to get any better. It's just going to kind of cycle repeat. So we need to get into the full card and go, right, what direction are we going in next? Because they're already looking for other opportunities elsewhere. So let's go on to the future spread. I'm gonna set my intentions for this for over the next 6 months, like you would do if you're purchasing one. Oop. Right, okay, so Knight of Cups, Cups water emotions, Knights forward motion, don't have the knowledge or experience of the kings and the queens more so than the pages. Now this Knight, sorry, is coming forward and offering the cup. So I feel like this is this person coming in with a new offer, right? Now, as I always say, when you're in your power, you're a king or a queen. Kings and queens do not accept offers from knights or pages. They're not good enough, right? Ten of Pentacles, Pentacles, Earth, money, finance, non-financial wealth. That's what we're investing our time, effort, energy in. Ten's completion cards. Now, we often call this a retirement card because it's coins. It's when we put a lot of effort in something, we get to enjoy the fruits of our labour. Now, what it feels like is they're coming forwards because you've achieved something, right? Six of Cups in the reverse. So this talks about balance, equal give and take. One character giving the other cup of flowers. It's in the reverse position. It can talk about one party doing all the giving, one doing all the taking, but we'll hold fire on that one for a moment. Right, love is in the reverse. So upright position can mean new love coming in. Doesn't have to be. I don't think, like I say, I don't feel this is a love reading by a stretch of the imagination. It can also talk about fire, passion, excitement. Now it's in the reverse position. So it either talks about lack of passion, lack of fire, lack of excitement, or it's somebody new in your energy, not in a kind of love sense, but it talks about fallout, friction, possible separation. Page of Cups in the reverse. So the page is also about an offer. He's offering the cup. Page's offers are even smaller than Knight's offers. Now it's in the reverse position. That's either you refusing it or it not coming forward. Overall outcome card. Four of Swords in the reverse. Swords there where we think words we use. Right, so upright position. This talks about periods of rest. when our mind and our body get run down, are we listening to it? Okay. Reverse position, it can be an avoidance to do that. I feel in this case, I'm going to go more left field, being too mentally horizontal, taking that mental action. Okay. Obstacles or blockages. King of Cups, Cups water emotions, King's masculine energy. Okay. So, because we've had a lot of offers here, what this feels like is the obstacle or blockage here is if you're seeing this person or their offer as a King's offer, because it's not. It's a Page's offer wrapped up in a Knight's offer. Okay. Displaying as a King's offer. Removing any blockages. Strength. Okay. This is telling you need to have the strength. So what it feels like is this person is going to come in with some kind of Knight's offer, but it's only going to come forwards because they've seen your success. Now, as it stands, and you can change this because there's no fixed cards, what it feels like is potentially you're going to accept that offer and say, yeah, it's fine, don't worry about it, blah, blah, blah. But it's just going to end back up in a situation where you're doing all the giving, they're doing all the taking. And it's going to cause fallout and friction, okay, to the point where the offers that this person made just aren't going to materialize, okay? They're just not going to come forwards. So then you're going to have to take that mental decision, that mental clarity to go, do you know what? I've wasted my time here. This person presented as a King of Cups. They came in with a Knight's offer, which I allowed in. But when push comes to shove, they never turned up. They never showed up, right? So my advice here is when they come in with a Knight's offer, don't accept it, okay? Because they've, this, to be honest with you, this could have been a bit of a targeted individuals one, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I feel like that they've done something, they've made a choice based on either actual judgment from others or fear of judgment from others. And they've let you down. It's not what they wanted to do. They wanted to get on board with whatever this situation is, but they've left that fear. They've let that fear and doubt and potential or actual judgment from others manipulate the situation. They're then going to come in again, and if you accept that offer, it's just going to cycle repeat. Don't let people let you down. Simple as that. There you go.